It's a fantastic signing for Manchester City. He's a striker that every big club in Europe has wanted to sign. He scores! Everything is perfect for him as far as he's concerned. He's going to be at one of the biggest clubs in the world. He's going to be challenging for trophies the whole time. Must score! No! What a team goal! They just need maybe an out-and-out number 9.
Gets down again, and that is the moment.
He's probably worth £150 million.
I need your clothes and your boots.
Cyborgs don't feel pain.
Erling Haaland scores!
But these are new. They look human.
Haaland! Oh my goodness! This boy is brilliant!
Fully armored, very tough, but outside it's living human tissue.
Erling Haaland does what he's doing!
Part man, part machine.
Haaland, is he going to finish it? Yes, he has!
It can't be bargained with. It can't be reasoned with. It doesn't feel pity or remorse or fear, and it absolutely will not stop. Ever.
Erling Haaland! He's simply a goal machine! 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 Goal machine!
You're all about to witness a monumental throwdown.
Welcome everyone, welcome to episode 71 of FPL Bros. How's everyone doing?
All good, all good.
Wonderful. Yeah, okay, just a quick shout out to England's women's team who just won the Euro, so congratulations to them. Finally a trophy, I think. But let's be real, it only looks like it's going to happen on English soil, doesn't it? There's no point getting excited about tournaments which happen outside of England, or Wembley for that matter.
So that means England have never won a trophy outside of English soil before.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's tight. It's very tight.
But hey, they all count, I suppose. Oh yeah, I normally save this bit for the end, but I'm going to say it now. If you're listening on YouTube, please hit subscribe and please hit like and help us out. Right, I got that out of the way.
You're all about to witness a monumental throwdown.
All right then, so C2022 to 23 is about to kick off. We've already had the Community Shield with Liverpool beating Man City 3-1. But we're going to think about what people are talking about mostly with setting up their teams at the moment in FPL. And I think the big subject is definitely this whole thing about big at the back. And for those of you who don't know, it's basically having the most expensive defenders, at least 3 of them, which means you've got less money to spend on your midfield and your forwards. So who wants to kick off with the whole big at the back craze that seems to be sweeping FPL at the moment?
I don't mind. I'll go.
Yeah.
It seems like, at least from the chat that I'm reading about, it seems like what most people are saying is that if you're talking about possible points per price, you'll more likely get more bang for your buck in defence. With the premium players, I think are about 7 million. Is that am I correct? So with premium players about 7 million, and still being some of the top scoring players of the game, as compared to like a 13 million for Salah. The bang for your buck is definitely in the defence, people are saying, especially with the high performers such as James, Trent, Robertson, the likes of the players. Cancelo, of course, how can I forget? But do you know what I mean? Even you can chuck in people like Diaz and Laporte as well, and maybe even Van Dijk, like those kind of players get banging in, getting crazy 6 points per game minimum, some of them. Like that's for the kind of money you can spend, you could really stack up your back line with some serious like surety as compared to what you might have to spend for similar points in midfield or attack.
Yeah, it's true. There were some high scoring defenders last year, and when you think about high scoring forwards going to cost you 12-13 million, high scoring midfielder, you're paying at least 10 to 13, 12 million. But a high scoring defender, you've got a ceiling of 7 million. So on paper, it looks like a good idea. Derek, are you feeling the whole big at the back? Oh, he's gone.
Derek has gone time.
Oh yeah. Derek is on lights out. Lights out infrastructure.
Oh wait, let's see. Doonstall's come for him.
There was a laptop stopped.
I am really struggling on my laptop, guys, so I'm
Okay.
dialing in off a different source. But yeah,
You feeling the big at the back?
am I feeling the what?
Are you feeling, the premium defenders? People are saying it's more value for money because they're scoring lots of points, whereas you've got 13 million forwards or strikers, and they're not scoring that much points than someone who's only costing you 7 million. That's the theory.
100%. I'm feeling the premium defenders at the back, so the attacking fullbacks are the way to go. And I think this year I'm going to be going cheap in terms of keeper. And I think I'll probably have 4 premium defenders, 2 premium midfielders, and 2 premium strikers, if I can afford it.
Ooh, 4.
Wait, sorry, what
4 premium defenders.
What was that in strikers? Sorry, how many premium strikers did you say?
2.
2 premium.
Yeah.
Interesting. I think that makes sense. No, that makes sense. I think that's a lot of the drafts. What? So 4-2-2.
Well,
premiums.
Well, I would. I mean, when you're talking about premium, okay, look, a lot of the drafts I've seen, people have got, say, Trent, Cancelo, and James. They've got Salah, and they've got Jesus and Haaland, and then the rest is not really much to write home about.
Yeah.
You just have to start.
Yeah, it seems that way.
I appreciate there's going to be some. Go on.
I said that's giving up a lot of the secrets, because those are very, very, very good people to acquire.
Yeah.
It's I suppose it's just trying to select the right ones, because I hear what you've said is quite good, but I think there's also an element of, say you've got premium defenders, you've got your premium midfielder, you've got a premium attacker as well.
Yeah.
You've also got, for me at least, whenever I build my team, I've also got a slot for the £8 million range.
Yeah.
So the 8 mil range, and there's some big hitters in the 8 mil range. You've got, I think, Foden. In terms of midfield, you've got Foden, Diaz, Saka.
Yeah.
So and I think even Mahrez is in the 8 million range.
He's like 8 or 9. You can shell out for Mount as well, who was ever present. And then I think you get like Bowen as well. A lot of people forgetting about Bowen, but I think you ignore. Sorry, go on.
I was saying Bowen's a terrific buy. He's someone I'll definitely had in my team.
Yeah, no, I here's the thing, right? I'm just gonna stir this up here. Okay, imagine you're doing your team, yeah. You've got 2 slots left to fill, and you've got £16 million. You've filled everything else with what you want, right? And you've got 2 slots to fill. Doesn't matter which slots. Say 1 defender, 1 midfielder, 1 forward, whatever, right? This whole thing about bigger the back here. So you've got 16 mil to spend. You spend 7 million on a premium defender, which leaves you with 9 million to spend elsewhere. No, do you know what? I've done this wrong. Okay, forget the maths. I can't understand it. The problem with big at the back for me, right, is that when you spend money on defence, £4 million can get you an okayish defender. 4.5 million can get you a decent defender. Yeah, and then 7 million gets you an expensive, real premium defender. However, you can't make that comparison with the other position. You can't say, well, it's better value at the back because you're paying 7 million for a premium. Because in the other positions, 4 million gets you absolutely nothing. Yeah, £4 million midfielders don't even play. I don't even think you can get them as cheap as for that. 4.5 million midfielders don't play. 4.5 million pound strikers are terrible. Yeah, they're usually youth products who sit on the bench. All right. So what I'm saying is that if you're spending £7 million in defence, you can also get more for your money in defence if you spend less there as well. But if you're spending £7 million, you're not going to spend £7 million in other positions, because the cheaper options are those positions. Anyway, I'm saying is that I'm going to buck the trend. I might have 2, because I was messing around with my team the other day. I had the 3 premium defenders, 4 premium defenders, and then I found that I could only have Salah, one of Salah, Haaland, Jesus, and that was it. When I scaled it back to only 2 premium defenders, all of a sudden I could get my hands on some real options. And for me, I still don't like giving up on attackers all that much, because with the defenders, once they concede a goal, that's it. Yeah, and then if they concede 2, you're looking at peanuts for their points, and they certainly ain't getting any bonuses. Yeah, 1 goal is all it takes to ruin it. Where with a defender, they've only got 1 chance to keep a clean sheet, whereas the strikers and midfielders, they have lots of chances to score. So I may well, even though I said I was going to play it safe this season, I'm seriously thinking about only having, like, say, Trent and Cancelo and spreading the money around the rest of the team. I might well go for that and see what happens. I'm very, very tempted because, you know,
That's interesting.
yeah,
But
I'm thinking about
I
bucking
don't.
Very interesting.
But I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. Because when I'm looking at the defenders and I look at a lot of the drafts, some people have even doubled up on James and Chilwell. And I
Yeah.
think you are signing your death warrant there because they are not sure at the back. They are not sure at the back. These guys are scraping the barrel for whatever defenders are on the market right now. Legit. They got Koulibaly in, and he's unproven in the Premier League. He might have been great, but he's an old man, and he's not Thiago Silva. Let's not lie.
Yeah, he's an old man as well. A lot of people have also been putting Mendy in their team, and again, I think
That
that's
is
spending
shaky.
too much money.
Listen, I had Mendy. I've swapped him for Sarr.
There you go.
I
There
had Mendy.
you
I swapped
go.
him for Sarr. Tried and tested. I think that's it. You got to go tried and tested. Don't go against the grain too much. Tried and tested. Just to understand what's happening.
Moving swiftly on. Moving.
You're all about to witness a monumental throwdown.
What Mendy are we talking about?
Sorry.
What Mendy were you talking about?
Oh, Dido. What's his first name? The goalkeeper at Chelsea.
Oh yeah, him. Yeah, Edward. Yeah.
Edward. Edward. Yeah, that's right, Edward.
I put Martinez in goal because Aston Villa's first games against Bournemouth, and I could see him getting a clean sheet in that.
Good point.
Yeah.
Bournemouth are looking really weak, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what it is? When some teams come up in the Prem, they just want to make their mark. They've got a lot to prove, so those can be dangerous.
There is that.
Play against them, especially when you haven't seen them play yet. It's best to hedge against the ones that you know are poor, i.e., your, you know.
So who came up? It was Bournemouth, Nottingham Forest, and
Fulham.
What are you thinking, guys? Which ones are going to take a pasting?
I definitely think I think Newcastle will give Nottingham Forest a pasting, and I do think Aston Villa will beat Bournemouth comfortably. They will lose to Liverpool, but it's an interesting game. Ooh, let's see if we get biggest. Yeah, okay, cool. That looks interesting so far.
You're all about to witness a monumental throwdown.
Okay, moving swiftly on. Yeah, because we've got one more topic to cover. The battle of the big money forwards, right? And I completely admit I was part of the Haaland hype. Okay, I just saw he's like a tree trunk. At least he was in the Bundesliga anyway. A very mobile tree trunk, but he just, you know, I could just see him destroying people. Obviously, we had the Community Shield. He had a few chances, didn't convert them. Nunez came on, took his chances. So what do we think? How are they looking? Is everyone putting Nunez in their team? Who's got Nunez in their team right now?
I got Nunez in my team.
I haven't.
Oh.
Once Haaland gets going, it's over. Once he gets going, that's it.
You think you're looking at 15, 20 goals from him?
Definitely. I think 20 goals minimum. With the service he's going to be receiving, when he gets used to that, it's a problem for the whole Premier League.
I admit he's quick, and Liverpool looked sharp on. Sorry, it was Saturday they played, wasn't it? Yeah.
Nunez. You meant Nunez. I meant Haaland's going to be getting 20. Nunez.
You're killing me, man. I thought you were talking about Nunez. All right, so Haaland's going to get 20.
Yeah.
Again, I'm keeping the faith with the guy because he's not going to be playing Liverpool every week. You know, most teams struggle against Liverpool, let's face it. And even though Man City had a lot of possession, at least they did in the first half, they weren't doing anything with it, and Liverpool just did their usual thing. So what are we thinking? Who's got Haaland in their team then, in that case?
I haven't. I've got neither.
Oh.
I've got Haaland. No, I was tempted, but then I realised it's not worth it.
Ooh.
Yeah. I think that's. I side with Derek. I had Haaland for a little while, and then I thought, do you know what made me change my mind? And I'll be really honest with you.
Go on.
I thought of Sancho.
Ouch.
You're all about to witness a monumental throwdown.
Is that how you? Do me.
No,
Do
Sancho.
I thought of Sancho.
Doing me like
I
that.
thought of Sancho, and I swapped him out for Kane. And I thought, you know what, Kane's gonna bang. There's no two ways about it. If Kane doesn't bang, if he messes up, that's an easy straight swap. Kane
That's
for Haaland.
true.
If I'm concerned, but Kane, I trust him more at this point in time.
Do you know what? I am skeptical about Kane, and here's why. Apparently
Ooh.
last season, Son was passing less to him and being more selfish. And what happened? We ended up with Son with the golden boot.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Kane is still going to score goals, but Son has become more selfish and less likely to help him out. That's what I took away from last season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know this is very biased. This is super biased. Okay. But of the three big strikers to make moves this summer, I'm far more excited about Gabriel Jesus' potential in Arsenal than I am about Haaland.
He has looked good.
He looks insane.
I think we
Like,
can all
I'm not
agree
even
that
saying it as an Arsenal fan. He looks
if
insane.
you don't have Jesus in your team, you're going to suffer some dropping some points this season. So I think Jesus is a given, and then you've got who's the next premium? Will you choose Haaland, Kane,
8 million.
or Nunez?
Is Nunez going to get the games though? Because Firmino's been talking about how he wants to stay. I don't think Klopp is in a massive rush to get rid of him. Is he going to be sharing game time with Firmino?
Yeah, most likely. I personally wouldn't start with Nunez. I'd probably wait for the injuries to kick in, which they usually do. Then when they have kicked in, then obviously he's starting and you bring him in. For now, I probably wouldn't bring him in. It's between Kane and Haaland. But based on Kane being Kane and Haaland being new to the Prem, and you got the Pep roulette, I'd stick with Kane because I know he's definitely going to start.
Okay, fair enough. Pep roulette is always danger to us. Basically, you take your chances, you stick with him. But what I will say about Haaland is that he's playing in an attacking team, and they will create chances for him. And it would have been one thing if he had played on Saturday and hardly gotten a sniff. Okay, he didn't score, but he was getting a sniff. And like I said, put him up against. Okay, I think they've got West Ham first, haven't City? But then they don't play anyone who finished in the top 6 for like the next 6 or 7 games, right? Man City are going to be scoring just loads of goals again, and he's going to be at the pointy end of that. But again, I'm a little bit biased myself because obviously I've hyped him up, so I don't want to look like a mug. So that's pretty much why I'm saying
Also,
that. But pardon?
I think just one aspect which I think is quite interesting is if I'm to look, because you know Kevin De Bruyne always has an absolute stonking game week once a season where he might get like 40 points.
Yeah.
Like Haaland might be like point potential player we've had in the Premier League for a little while.
Yeah.
He could easily have a 4 or 5 goal game quite easily. It could get really messy because it could. It's very that's the difference. He's that type, and he's got like creativity coming out of his ears at Man City. Like it could get really messy for him on a cold night in Bournemouth. Like he could do the business, like just absolute stat pad, and then just cruise to the golden boot. And I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. And there'll be one lucky who's captained him and got like a 300-point game week or something like that.
I'm going to end like on this. I'm going to say I like to think that Pep is going to play him more often than not. Sure, he's going to get benches because that's Pep, but I think certainly for the start of the season we're going to see him. I reckon he's going to get the first 10 games. He's going to get started, and then Pep will start his usual foolishness and stupidness. But before then, I think he's nailed for like a good 8 to 10 games. That's the news. That's the headline right there.
You're all about to witness a monumental throwdown.
Okay, I think we'll knock off. Thank you very much for joining me tonight, guys. I know it's a little bit late. I know you had to get your Love Island on. And so what is it? Is it Gemma Owen and some other dude he's bagged or something?
Nah,
one.
No, some foreigners in the true spirit of Brexit. The Turkish and Italian one.
Oh yeah, that Italian guy. He barely speaks English, does he? Or have I got that wrong?
That's
his English was really
got a very strong Italian accent, which makes
he's got a strong accent.
Which adds more character and a bit more like flavour to the Love Island show.
Okay, interested.
All
right,
guys. Then. One thing though, for you guys to take away, and this is not one to discuss today. Maybe we can discuss it in the next session.
Yeah.
out of the 8 mil midfields, let's
Yeah.
probably have a think about which one we choose, because we did, like we said, we've got a few options here. But has anyone thought about Maddison being put into that mix? So yeah, I'll leave it there. Maybe one for us to discuss next time.
That is interesting, but well done. That will certainly get us on an interesting, a hot topic to start off with next time. All right,
For sure.
thanks very much, guys, and good luck for the start of the season. If we don't speak before it starts, everyone out there is listening. The deadline is Friday, 5th of August, and it's 6:30, I think. And the first game is it at the Emirates?
No, it's Selhurst Park.
Around the corner.
Selhurst Park.
It's gonna be rocking.
Up the road.
It's gonna be rocking.
We need to also obviously do our fpl-bros team, and will we be sharing that, Kojo, once we've done it?
Yeah, I will get on to that. I will put a framework to that together as soon as I can. And yes, by all means, if we can fit that in, we will do. But that will be on Twitter. So you people, if you've got comments to make, and I'm sure you'll have, then let us hear them. All right then.
Where else we found this? We found just on Twitter, or in other places as well.
Well, by all means, where else could we be found?
On Tape.
On Tape, that's right.
Social media platform, guys. Try and get involved if you can.
So that's TAYP.
Yes, that's the one. It's actually a platform that I'm actually involved in, so it sounds like a shameless plug at this moment in time. But
it is a shameless plug, James. I don't know why you have to sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's TAYP, everyone. TAYP.
It is a good platform, so I definitely back it. So yeah. And it's on all different types of platforms. We're everywhere, guys.
At the moment, it's just the Play Store, isn't it?
Yeah, just Play Store for now. But it'll be in more things later on. It'll be an iOS later on. So yeah.
That's right.
That's it. Yes, that's it.
That's it. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye now. So it's goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me as well.
Goodbye, guys.
Peace out, guys.